Oh, the song's so good. Okay. I've been vibing to it for the, like, last 5 minutes. Hi. Hello. It's so hot. We're gonna do this. I really want to do this. I've been looking forward to it. I was sick, and also it's so hot, and it's... The summer has not been kind. But hello. We're back with Requiem for Innocence. Here we are. Last week, or last time rather, we met Jaren, who is going to be working with us. We don't really know anything about her yet, other than she's very energetic and very loud. And Maria seems to like her okay, but Morgana is a little hesitant. By the way, we're in the timeline where Morgana is, I believe, 12 and a half. No, 11 and a half. So we're 6 or so months away from her 12th birthday, which, as you know, is not the best time for anybody. So, Gratien, the slave from the Uprising, has decided to just be our pal now, and we're just living a life at this point. We're just having a time. I do want to throw out some trigger warnings. Also, yeah, her name is said Jaren, as was established last time. The name is of Turkish origin, so the C is said more like a J. It's probably more of an accent than that, but I don't know Turkish very well at all, so I'm very sorry. If somebody can correct me in a way that is easy for me to understand, that would be great. Okay, so trigger warnings. This time is actually a pretty good time, but we do have a lot of the issues that Morgana's trauma, dealing with child abuse, particularly from her mother, and also from the Lord, and also a pretty realistic description of a panic attack, which we're gonna see how this goes. Anyway, let's go! Alright, Morgana, lead the way!
Sure. Before we go, though, I have a question. Are you incapable of speaking like a human being?
What do you mean?
Does it really require explanation?
Oh, I get it! We're friends now, so I don't have to talk so stiff-like.
You call that stiff?
Yeah, why? But to tell you the truth, I kind of forgot how to talk casual. Guess that's just what happens whenever around you. Whoop. Just... Uh-oh. Guess that's just what happens whenever around you. Yeah, around you is big cheese. It's the U's with an apostrophe. I'm very respectful of my seniors, I'll have you know.
This conversation is going nowhere, so let's go.
Aye. So you got here a couple of years back? Neat. You gonna start working here once your face all clears up?
I have no intention of becoming a prostitute, no. And Maria has already said she will respect that. Instead, I am tasked with other chores, such as cooking and cleaning, in order to earn my keep.
Oh, huh! Maria's even more generous than I thought!
Generous?
Most places wouldn't look after a sick girl for that long. Let alone give her a room of her own and buy her ointment.
The ointment is his doing, technically speaking, but I suppose she's right. You're right. I've begun to feel the same way recently. Taking care of a few chores cannot possibly counterbalance the burden my being here places on everyone else. They would surely all be better off without me.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all! Sure, maybe it doesn't balance out. Maybe. They're letting you... Sorry, it's just very, like, RAR XD typing there. They're letting you stay here out of the kindness of their hearts. But that doesn't mean you don't... Oh, God, her speech. I imagine her to talk very fast, and she also just sometimes... Anyway. But that don't mean you'd be better off somewhere else. You're not pulling your weight.
You've been here for all of what? An hour? How can you possibly know that?
Just look at this place. It's better looking than a lot of places outside the slums. And it's you who's been keeping it so clean, Morgana. The last place I was at, it was dirtier than a bear's bunghole. But this is like heaven compared to that.
Without you around, Morgana, the other girls wouldn't be able to sleep so comfortably. Perhaps. Ah, are you blushing? You're blushing, aren't you? It's nothing to be ashamed of. You can even jump into my arms if you want. You know... You're incredibly obnoxious. My heart! For a second there, she almost had me feeling a little better about myself, but that went right out the window. So you came here a couple years back. That would have been right around when the Lord's slaves revolted, yeah? Yes, right about then. I wish I could have been there for it. I bet it was all sorts of crazy. You mean you weren't around when it happened? Nope. I wasn't in these parts till about a year or so ago. So I've only heard the stories. Yeah, back when the uprising happened, I wasn't even in this country. I was way, way far away, as your name dictates to us. I see. So you only moved here recently then? No, I didn't move. I was kidnapped. Oh, what? I'm a bit of an airhead if you haven't noticed. One day I was just suddenly captive, and then I got sold off. Well, what? Really? Yep. She was taken captive and sold off? I didn't mishear her, did I? You talk about it like it's just a part of your daily routine. Well, it is the second time it's happened. It is? Okay, back to the tour then, shall we? What? That raises even more questions.
Oh, sure. Nothing can get her down.
Oh yeah! I've been thinking about what I want to call you, Morgana. What you want to call me? Is that not what my name is for? Nicknames! Step one to making friends, duh! So from now on, I'm gonna call you Morgs. M-O-R-G-S. And with a hard G, not a soft one, so there's no confusion.
Morgs. Morgs.
Thank you. I never would have figured it out without your help. Morgs! Can you not call me that? It rather gets on my nerves. You can call me Jerry! You can't be serious. Good heavens, I cannot keep up with this girl. Anyway, that about covers it. All that's left to show you is the storeroom.
Weren't we just there?
Yes, but there's a second one. Below us.
Below the floor?
I made my way to the corner of the room, crouching down and pulling up on one of the floorboards. From beneath it appeared a staircase leading downward.
Ooh, underground storage! Nice and cool to keep things fresh, too.
This room serves a second purpose, though.
Oh?
It's also a shelter for us to hide in should any sort of trouble arise.
Oh, huh.
Fortunately, it has not been yet used for that purpose. But we're not in the safest area, so we must be prepared for anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice a place as this is, I guess it is still in the slums. Indeed.
Here's hoping we don't ever have to use it.
Indeed.
So that's everything then. I've seen the whole place?
Yes, that's everything. Or I suppose I should show you the kitchen as...
What's up?
I completely forgot I was trying to start a fire. Ugh. I scrambled back to the kitchen, but as I had feared, it was far too late. The coals were long since dead. All that work for nothing.
Looks like you've got a bit of an airheaded side too, Morgs.
And who do you think is to blame for that?
It's alright, we can get it lit together. Get lit! Jaren really said get lit with me, Morgana.
Together? This is all your responsibility. As the sun began to set and meal preparations were complete, the girls started to emerge from their rooms, a bustle forming in and around the kitchen. Some sluggishly rubbed the sleep from their eyes, while others complained about clients. Some took a moment for me to recognize in their casual clothes, sans makeup. Off the job and being themselves, they looked less like prostitutes and more like just ordinary girls. There were around 10 girls who actually stayed at the brothel, and another 10 or so who came in to work from outside. It was a fairly large-scale operation, at least to my eyes. Though there were a couple of smaller brothels in the slums, this was the one everyone directed anyone interested to first. Girls with nowhere else to go stayed here, and girls who did not have a place to go back to stayed there. No one actually owned their homes, though. They either lived with a man or shared a place with a few other girls. None of them had husbands or children. Supposedly, there were those who did in this line of work, but it was rather uncommon. I scooped out servings of soup from the cauldron sitting over the fire, dishing it out to the girls as they came by. No one gave me any unpleasant looks at the sight of my face. They said good morning and smiled, just like any other day. I whispered a greeting to each of them in turn, but given how noisy the kitchen was, it was unlikely any of them heard it.
Oh boy, it sure is bouncing in here. What's bonkin'? Jared would say what's bonkin'. Oh. I like me a place with some energy.
I'm glad to hear that. It didn't take long for Jaren to start hitting it off with the other prostitutes. Her perky disposition was undeniably overdone, but everyone seemed to enjoy the positive attention she was giving them well enough. In almost no time at all, the girls were fawning over her. She's like a puppy. Once everyone had their food, they settled into their individual mealtime activities. The bland, watery soup was expectedly unpopular, even though everyone knew there was nothing that could be done about it. This again, several of them murmured, to which Maria stood up and chastised them, saying, "You should be grateful you got anything to eat at all."
I know. And Morgana worked her butt off to make it for you. It's rude to complain. I'm sorry, I really am. It ain't her cooking I'm complaining about. You know that, right? Don't you, Morgana?
It doesn't bother me. And you're perfectly justified in being displeased. It's hardly nutritious enough to get you through the day.
Sure enough, I guess. Would be great if we could get something with a little more oomph. Like a big ol' slab of meat. Whee! I love meat! It's the way she popped up from the middle and said that line, preceded by wee! Peak rating. Just thinking about it has me drooling. Meat! Meat! Bring on the meat! Save that drool for work, because that's the only meat you'll get here. I wonder, maybe I can pretend that this root-looking thing is meat and it'll actually taste like it. Meat! From the depths, I summon thee! Meat! I'm not gonna make eating noises. I know a lot of people hate eating noises.
Nope, still not meat.
No shit, genius!
Meat.
You don't like meat, do you, Morgs? Or you don't like meat, Morgs? Now, you won't grow up to be big and strong if you're such a picky eater.
I'm not picky about what I eat, no. All sustenance is a gift from God to man. I would never refuse his...
Well, is the meat not to your liking, then, Saint? Hear that, slave? The Saint says your brother tastes so bad it makes her wretch. You alright, Morgs? You're super pale.
I'm just fine. It's been more than 2 years, and I still can't get that taste out of my mouth. No matter how hard I try to forget it. Sometimes when I'm awake, like just now, and sometimes is an awful nightmare. If you're not feeling good, maybe you should lie down. I'm fine, really. You sure?
Maybe meat's out of the question, but some bread would sure be nice at least. God, yes, bread. Too bad supplies have been so scarce lately.
It's all the damn Lord's fault.
Not a bunch of whores can do fuck all about it. I don't know why I chose that voice, like, hey! Is he, you know...
Is the Lord really that bad of a guy? Oh, right. You haven't been here very long. You don't know what he's like. Yes, he is a terrible man. He oppresses his people and rejects the word of God. He is a cruel, heartless, barbaric madman. He deserves the strictest of judgments. Ugh.
So does everyone in the city hate him then?
I doubt you will find a single person who thinks otherwise.
Huh. Well, I hope he stops being the Lord soon then.
What do you mean?
I just mean it'd be nice if someone else could take over for him. Then he could just be a regular old guy. He wouldn't have to worry about running a city and stuff. Wait, he wouldn't have to worry about running a city, yeah, and stuff. I see your typo. Everyone wins!
It would be nice, yes, but...
Wouldn't it be? Pretty dang brilliant, aren't I?
Even I know it's not that simple, and I'm only 11.
What's that vine where the girl's like, I'm 11 and... Actually, I'm 11. It's just that. Sid, I think you're still watching. If you can find that audio for me, I really want to do that as Morgana. Thanks.
How would a bunch of slum dwellers even begin to instate a new lord? Does she even think before speaking?
No. Well, damn. I was hoping to make it before breakfast time. Sorry about that, but I brought bread. Bread! Speak the bloody devil! Here, toss it here! No, me first! Patience, please. You're acting like wild animals that haven't eaten in days.
Look at you, Jacopo. You got girls fawning all over you.
Thank you, King. Don't just watch, help! And it's not me they're after, it's the bread.
Touché.
That said, pretty sorry batch you got for us today. You could probably crack someone's head open with this. There's no hope for the world if we've fallen so far that girls are tripping over each other to get their hands on this. Put it over the fire a little bit, just warm it up. Or toast it. You want fresh, soft bread? We'll start saving your coins. And until then, this is the best we can get. Let it soak in your soup for a bit. That should soften it up some. Yeah, there you go. Though you should be grateful to have it at all. How much longer till I fall into a pile of money? Morgs! It's a man! There's a man here!
I have eyes, thank you very much.
Who is it? You know? Oh, is he a client?
No, he's not. He's more, oh, how should I put it? Someone who doesn't know how to keep his nose out of other people's business.
Excuse me. Did your eyes fail to detect that I have ears? Here he comes! Haven't seen you around here before. New girl? You first, mister! Who are you? Since you came in through the back door, I'm guessing you work here? Something like that. Holy moly! I've never seen a male prostitute before! You know, with those titties? With those titties? He could, and he should. He could, and he should. You. Me. Outside. Now. Whoa! Talk about aggressive! Interoffice romance never ends well, you know. So true. Maria'll get really mad if she finds out. This ship's sinking before it even leaves the port. Two prostitutes in the throes of forbidden love, until one day an older client finds out and goes mad with rage. All of a sudden there's a knife in his hand, he swings and... Maria, what the hell's wrong with this new girl? I've never seen anyone with this much air inside their head.
Ah, that's Saren.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that's Jaren.
Sorry.
I'm white. She joined today. She's a bit off in the head, but she's a nice girl. I'm sure you'll get on just fine. Nice to meet ya. Wait, does that mean we have the boss's approval? It's crazy enough that they're running this place themselves, but to allow... No, to cheer on a sinking ship, this place is out of this world!
Also, how is my Jaren voice? Is it too loud? Because I feel like I'm very loud. I feel like I'm peeking all over the place.
We just met 5 minutes ago, though. So how about we start as friends?
Shut up and listen to me for a second, chatterbox. Until I say otherwise, you are not to speak another word. You will listen to every last word I say and carve it into that empty skull of yours. Understood? And there you have it. I assist with the brothel's operations, nothing more. I presume you've been told about how this place doesn't have a formal manager. So sometimes situations arise for which a man's presence is necessary.
Yep. He may look like a scrawny dork, but he's actually surprisingly useful.
Was that really necessary?
Sorry, my bad. Slip of the tongue. Huh, neato. So have you two known each other a long time? You seem like you're pretty close.
It was pretty much just the two of us fighting to survive for years.
That's awesome! I love that kind of thing. Together through thick and thin. Not too long ago, he and some other guys started up a band of peacekeepers, so he's been spending more of his time training up with them these days. That said, I guess he's not too bad knowing we've got someone we can throw at troublemakers if need be. Ooh, peacekeepers? Sweet. You don't look like you put up much of a fight though, mister.
You want to test that theory? Maria, you need to teach this girl some damn manners. We'll be drowning in complaints if she treats patrons like this.
Well, how do you know I butter up my clients so much they're a big slippery mess when I'm done with them? I'll be just fine, I promise. Oh, I bet that gets slippery, but not from butter. What? That's not what I meant, I swear it! What are you getting all flustered for? You're a whore just like the rest of us.
On a somewhat related subject, where exactly did you pick up some of those mannerisms?
Huh? Why do you ask? They seem pretty normal to me.
It would be quicker to list the things about you that are normal than aren't.
There's actually a majorly huge story behind that? Oh? Is that so?
I forgot you were here, Morgana. You're being so quiet. And what would that be? You weren't raised by wolves in the wilderness and never learned how to behave like a normal person, were you?
You're not too far off, actually. When I was younger...
Wait, you don't have to. No one's forcing you to say anything if you don't want to.
I didn't grow up with my parents. I lived with a bunch of really nice men and I learned a lot from them. I didn't even know my name until they told me.
Pardon?
I thought my name was Me until I was around 5, but then one of the nice men told me it was actually Jaren. He was super duper disappointed in me. Called me the dumbest broad I ever known. Talk about rude. But then they kind of rubbed off on me, so that's probably what you're seeing. Well, that certainly is a story.
Is that not good enough for you?
I'll just say the nice man was absolutely right. How rude! Genuinely concerning how stupid this girl is. Anyway, food time.
Are we enjoying how lighthearted this is? Because it's not gonna last, but I hope you're enjoying it while it does.
I am stuffed! It's amazing how much of a difference a little bread makes. Glad you enjoyed it. Because starting tomorrow, you gotta work if you want to eat. Hi, boss. Oh, right. She'll be working here, too. It almost slipped my mind. She seems like such an innocent girl. So far removed from carnal desire. Yet she'll be out there selling her body. Letting them put their filthy hands all over it.
What's up, Morgs? You've been staring at my face something fierce.
What? I was just admiring the unusual color of your skin.
Yeah, I'm not from around these parts. I'd like to go back home someday, but who knows if that'll ever happen.
Home. She did say she was taken from her home and sold off. I imagine that would make it difficult to go back.
Speaking of, you and Jacopo look kind of similar skin color-wise. Do we? We're devs both on the darker side! I wish I had super pretty white skin like yours, boss! I appreciate the compliment, but most everyone around here is really fair. My skin's nothing special. And just because we both have tan skin doesn't necessarily mean we're from the same region. Where are you from, Yaki? Yaki? Pretty dang adorable nickname, ain't it? I would very much appreciate it if you never called me that again. Aw, but it's so cute! Back to the question of where I'm from, I don't remember. In my earliest memories, I was already living here. Chances are things weren't great wherever it was, otherwise I would probably remember something. Ah, darn, that's too bad! But you know, Yaki, maybe where you came from is close to where I came from. Go back a few generations and maybe we even share some family. I'd wager a guess you probably come from the same part of the world as me. If you go back far enough, you might even find we share ancestors. But who knows? I told you to stop calling me that. Although I suppose there's a chance you're right about that. Whee! That makes us family then, Yaki! Get off me! Let go, damn it! Well, she seems to have taken quite the liking to you. Morgana is discovering jealousy. Jealousy.exe loading.
Why did I just think that I wished he had said that no, they weren't?
Jealousy.exe.
Once it started getting dark out, the kitchen became a deserted wasteland. The girls went off to work, and he went home. The brothel was divided into two distinct working and living areas. If it weren't, and they used the whole building for business, I probably would have run off long ago. I had only ever been in the work area during the day, and though it was largely masked by the scent of various incenses burned through the night, it was filled with the unmistakable raw stench of man.
I know what she means. Men just smell. No offense. Like, actually no offense though. Men smell different. I don't... As a lesbian... I'll just stop. It just hits different. It's just not for me. How did we get here? Why are we put on this earth? Just to suffer?
Cleaning it always puts me in a dour mood. The corpses I gathered and buried were far less repulsive. In the living area there was the kitchen, storage areas, and a large hall of sorts, which the girls used as a communal bedroom. They would stumble in after a long night of work, and all sleep together like a big family. I made a point of sleeping off in the corner, which wasn't strictly necessary, since I slept while they worked and vice versa. I could just never seem to make myself comfortable sleeping in the middle of such a big, empty space. Today was slightly different, though. I wasn't sleeping alone. Jaren was there, which I suppose shouldn't have surprised me.
Let's sleep together, Morgs!
Absolutely not.
Aw, why not?
I dislike people putting their hands all over me. It makes me uncomfortable.
I see. So what you're opposed to is snuggling, not sleeping together. And here I thought you didn't like me. I was about to cry.
It's still too early to decide how I feel about you. We only met today.
All the more reason we should sleep together.
In what way does that make any sense?
Simple. The best way to get to know me better is through some good old-fashioned spooning. This girl. Words don't got nothing on plain physical contact. That's how you get to know what someone's really like on the inside.
Your choice of words makes that sound incredibly improper.
Besides, I start work tomorrow, which means I probably won't get another chance to sleep with you for a while. So it's gotta be tonight, please.
Fine. But only if you agree to give me enough space.
At least let me finish my sentence. Gotta get in there where we have the chance to change your mind.
It feels like we've adopted a dog.
I promise I'm 101% human.
I never said you weren't, just that... Never mind. I take it back. It's not like we got a dog. It's like a tornado dropped in and made a horrible mess of my day.
That's cheering for you. You just wait. I'll crack that big ol' icy shell of yours soon, Morgs.
Is that really how I come off? Out of curiosity, are you not afraid of being so close to me?
Huh? Why would I be?
When you first saw my face, you thought it was caused by some kind of disease. Are you not concerned that still might be the case? And that, you might catch whatever it is?
Well, you probably wouldn't be here if it was something contagious. Sweet as Maria is, she wouldn't keep you around if she thought you might get the other girls sick. Yeah, nobody else seemed all that concerned at breakfast. Which means whatever those marks on your face are, Morgs, they're probably not a danger to anybody else.
I'm surprised. You actually have something resembling a functioning brain.
Believe it or not, I'm super duper smart.
Now that I know isn't true. But anyway, I'm talking more, emotionally. You can logically understand that I probably don't pose any danger and still be uncomfortable, still want to keep your distance. I know several of the girls do, and I can't blame them either. They need to be healthy to work, to make their living. There's nothing wrong with wanting to avoid any potential risk, no matter how small. Or perhaps they don't even realize they're doing it themselves, in which case there's nothing anyone can do.
I'm not sure how much help I can be, since I don't really get why anyone would want to keep their distance from you. But I don't think it's that hopeless. If they don't realize they're doing it, then you just have to open their eyes. Easy peasy. Make them realize, and then tell them stop trying to avoid me. You have the right to at least that much. I really think you need to be a little more assertive, Morgs. No one's gonna get mad if you stick up for yourself every once in a while.
They will, though.
What? Who will?
All man's suffering is purposeful. It is all part of God's plan, his trials for us on this earth. He would be very displeased if I were to turn my back on his plan for me.
I really think you're overthinking it, Morgs. Less on fun things means more room for fun things, and more fun things is always better.
Would you call your life fun?
Huh?
You were taken from your home, and now you work as a prostitute in the slums of a strange country. Do you call that fun? It just seems depressing to me.
Nope, I'm perfectly happy. Not a sorrow in the world. Hasn't been a single day in my life I've felt sad or depressed or like life sucks. I mean, sure, there are days when I think it'd be nice to see my mom again. But I don't really have time to worry about anything other than the here and now. And as far as I'm concerned, now is always the best time of my life. Don't got any room to feel bad about anything.
I see. You're quite the optimist. So much it almost burns.
I consider myself lucky to have ended up at this brothel. Everyone's amazing.
Then, I pray you'll find yourself at home here.
Aw, you're kind of sweet, Morgs.
Kind of. Slip of the tongue. You're always sweet.
So hey, Morgs, how'd you end up here a couple years back?
I was thrown into a carriage by a strange man and brought here, with no chance of ever returning. Not taken, but sold. Though ultimately the difference is insignificant.
You were?
I came through a similar route as you.
Oh, huh. Guess that makes us peas in a pod.
Not at all. Or anything but. I'm nowhere near as optimistic as her. Never mind energetic and cheerful. No, don't be foolish, Morgana. That's not why we're alike. Or that's not why we're not alike. It's because I'm God's chosen daughter. I have absolutely no reason to feel inferior to a mere prostitute. We're nothing alike, and must never be.
You're so warm, Morgs. I'm gonna sleep great tonight.
I am such a disgrace.
I'm not sure how old Jaren is. I want to say she's probably 15 or 16. And now I'm realizing, like, I don't know, and I want to know. But anyway.
Lord Barnier, we are all very much interested in seeing the saint's miraculous powers for ourselves. I knew it would not be long before someone asked. We're much too healthy to see the effects of a miracle in ourselves, after all. Which, of course, is anything but a problem. Falling ill would only serve to interfere with our ability to enjoy these feasts. Well said, my lord. Which is why I have arranged for a most fortuitous slave to have the miracle performed upon. Bring him in. Yes, sir. As you can see, this slave is on the verge of death. He can hardly even walk on his own 2 feet. Under any other circumstances, I would keep such an unseemly thing out of sight, so as not to tarnish your festive mood, my guests. But I believe he will serve as a fine sample on which to test the miracle's efficacy. I love that word.
He wants to test my miracle?
Rejoice, slave. Good fortune shines upon you. You heard me, daughter of God. This poor slave is in need of your assistance. Give unto him your blessing, if you would be so gracious.
I don't care how you try to dress it up, Lord. My miracle is not a show for your parties.
Oh my, so you refuse to heal him then? After making such a scene about how your blood is for the sick, the poor, and the suffering at that. Even a saint's dignity has its limits, I understand. You don't want to be sullied by this filthy old slave.
I never said any such thing.
Then you know what you must do. Do not make me intervene, daughter of God. I am asking you to do this out of respect.
I would happily give my blood for that man.
I knew you would come around. Let's see, where should we let your blood from? I see no point in wasting unmarred flesh for a mere slave. Your fingertip will do nicely. He can drink the blood directly from the cut. Because I certainly don't have any goblets to spare for him. Let us begin then, shall we, O daughter of God? Drink, slave. Suck upon the blood that spills from her finger. Do not let even a single drop go to waste. Tell me, slave, has your ailment been remedied? If it has, leap into the air for my guests. I am cured, my lord! Behold, I am cured! Oh, splendid and undeniable miracle! Look, my lord, I'm cured. I'm in better shape than ever. We've seen more than enough. Stop hopping around like a filthy swamp toad. Yes, my lord. You are dismissed, slave. But first give your thanks to the saint and all my guests who bore witness to your miraculous recovery. Thank you so much, sirs and madams. Thank you so much, O holy saint. And now that you've borne witness to the blood's power, I am sure you're all eager to try some for yourselves. Most certainly, my lord. With such a potent elixir, our good health is all but assured. Indubitably.
Please, stop this. Do not take any more of my blood. I'm begging. I've lost too much blood. I can barely think straight.
I suppose I might have overdone it today. You did not come cheap, Saint, so I won't have you dying on me until you've at least provided your gold's worth of entertainment.
Your actions are an affront to God. My miracles are only for those in need.
Is that the only thing you know how to say? I've grown rather tired of hearing it.
I would gladly offer my blood for any other ailing slaves. But you and your guests are perfectly healthy. You are merely squandering God's gift on yourselves.
You foolish little girl.
What?
Let me tell you something, Saint. I don't believe in your miracles.
How can you say that after seeing the slave boy drink my blood and be healed? What more proof do you need?
It was all a show. I told him to feign being ill and cured, or I would send him to the deepest chambers of the dungeon. Even a dog will wear a cat's skin if his life depends on it. So what did you think of his performance? Impressive, no?
Why do you keep taking my blood?
All I and my guests desire is a good time. He really said I'm here for a good time, not a long one. You are nothing more than an exhibit for our entertainment.
No, you're wrong. My blood does have miraculous powers. I proved it back at the village.
It hardly matters either way. Whether you're a saint or a lowly peasant girl is inconsequential. All that matters is you continue to play the role of a saint. What's the matter? Are you disappointed? Upset? You're welcome to cry. Wail and gnash your teeth like a sniveling little child. That would be entertaining in its own right. Shout at the top of your lungs that you are not a saint, that it was all an act, and beg to be set free. Who knows? Perhaps they might lose interest in you then.
I am the daughter of God. I will never claim otherwise.
I see. Then nothing changes. You will continue to offer your body and spirit to my feasts.
Why are you so insistent on remaining a saint, Morgana? Is that Mother's voice? What do you have to gain from handing out blessings for nothing? It's my sacred responsibility as the daughter of God to help all those in need. How noble of you, Morgana. How honorable to not cast aside your duty in the face of such misery. It is the reason I was placed upon this earth. But tell me this, are your offerings genuinely altruistic? What? Are they, Morgana? Or do you simply do it out of a desire to call yourself benevolent? When the people of your village sang your praises, when you crushed the man who accused Mother of being a charlatan. You reveled in it. I did not. There's nothing wrong with that, though. It's a perfectly normal reaction. Having pride and feeling a sense of superiority are perfectly human emotions, especially in a child as young as you. The reason you feel shame about your pride, however, is the very source of that pride, your identity as the daughter of God. Free yourself from those chains and the guilt they cause you. Go back to being an ordinary little girl. You can do that. Remove the chains and pass them on to me.
No! Hands up, you silly.
What an awful nightmare. Dreaming about my time at the Lord's Manor is bad enough. But go back to being an ordinary little girl? No, absolutely not. That is not an option. My whole life would become meaningless if I were to do that. Not that I could ever call myself normal with a face like this. There's nothing ordinary about me. If I were to lose my position as the daughter of God, I would be nothing but a hideous child.
Oh, Morgana. The irony of it is, if she had just accepted it, her face probably would have healed. And then the hideous child thing wouldn't have mattered. Although she would have had really bad scarring, so I guess some people might find that hideous. I don't think scarring is a big deal. I find scars kind of fascinating. I always have to watch myself when people have a lot of scars, because I'm like, there's probably a story behind that. Like, even if it's really simple. But like, tell me about it. Because I've had weird scars too, and I like talking about it. It's just interesting. But I know that's too much for some people, and I totally respect that as well. Anyway. I assume this is still Morgana? Let's find out.
In about a week's time, Jaren had made herself thoroughly at home at the brothel. She had evidently found herself quite a few fans among the clientele, some of whom came specifically to see her. Most found her peculiar, hyper-energetic disposition overwhelming at first, but quickly warmed up to her. Not a single person seemed to dislike her, at least among those I came in contact with.
Maybe this is Jacopo. I don't know if she was in contact with the people. No, this is Jacopo. Okay. Her second week, Jaren started branching out beyond the brothel. On her days off, she would go down to the pub and sing for the audience on a makeshift stage of tables. Her first day performing, she dragged me, nope, it's still Morgana, my bad.
Her first day performing, she dragged me with her, claiming she was too nervous to go alone. So I sat in the corner as she sang. Everyone was quite surprised at how well she could sing, and they were particularly drawn to her unfamiliar melodies. Perhaps they were songs from her home country, or perhaps she had picked them up elsewhere. But regardless, her music and exotic appearance made for an enchanting performance. When it was over, the audience roared with applause, and I was convinced she was a much better choice to sing for them than me. By her third week, even Maria had begun to come around. At first, the most approval Jaren could squeeze out of Maria was an exasperated sigh at something dumb she said or something careless she did. But as her popularity grew, and with it the customer base, Maria softened up. "Man, am I glad to have you working here," she said with a big grin, patting Jaren on the back. To me, Maria's motivation seemed rather shallow, but considering she ran the brothel in all but name, it should have come a little surprise that she was so easily swayed by money. "4 weeks after her arrival, there was no one around who didn't know Jaren. The peacekeepers had all taken quite a liking to her as well, particularly the number 1 man, the big one whose name I had trouble remembering. Whenever he ran into her, he would say,
"Hey there, Jaren. I'm fresh out of coin, but you want to spend the night together?"
"No money, no business."
Bah, don't be such a killjoy.
All the men in my life, in fact, had warmed up quite noticeably to her, including him. At meals, there was seldom a quiet moment. And there was nothing wrong with that. I should have been pleased to see everyone so merry. I should have been happy. I should have celebrated their joy. But by the time a full month had passed, I found myself avoiding Jaren at every opportunity.
Huh? Who could that be at this hour? I'm coming. Calm the hell down.
Good morning, Yaki!
That was so good. Like, okay. Visual novels have... Alright, brief segue. Like, brief tangent, sorry. Visual novels have limitations in that they are usually just sprites with minimal movement. And that's... I just watched a video about, like... Actually, a couple videos today. One of them was about specifically why Ace Attorney is a very successful visual novel and the fact that its sprites have genuine movement. As opposed to like this game where things just kind of slide around. You know, if you had a mouse, you could click and slide her up and down or left and right or whatever. But occasionally they have very clever ways of portraying movement that would happen in a regularly animated video game. And that was very good. I knew what was happening as it was happening, and then the confirmation with her line and the sound effects. That was very good. Very good. Good job. I don't know who was in charge of this scene, but good job.
Wait, don't close the door on me!
I'm bad enough with the mornings as it is. The last thing I need to start my day with is a human noisemaker.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Oh, I guess it should be through the door, huh?
I thought we were friends, Yaki. I'm here on business today, not to play around.
Christ, fine. What business? And make it quick.
House call. Wait, you didn't even let me finish before you started closing the door.
First, you don't even do house calls. Second, it's past closing hours.
Yeah, sure not fun. Maybe I'll start calling you Yaki Joke Killer. Can't you at least play along for a little bit before shooting it down?
Why am I the one being criticized? It's way too early for this shit. I'll have you know I've never been fun. Morgana and Maria confirm.
That's true. You're about as much fun as a virgin client.
What did you just call me? You opened the door. I forgot all about this. Ugh. So seriously, what are you here for? Obviously not a house call.
Well, if you want, I can make it one.
Not a chance in hell. Get to the point, now, before I toss you in the latrine.
Now, calm yourself. As someone famous once might have said, every minute angry is a day of your life.
And who do you think is making me so angry?
Anyways, Maria needs some supplies acquired urgently. Looking for someplace willing to part with some lumber, free if possible.
Lumber? What for?
Lost a floorboard last night.
You did? What, did someone get a little into it? Or too into it?
Oh man, you have no idea. This big old gorilla of a guy comes in snarling like he wants to eat us alive. He starts getting on and bangs a hole in the floor, no joke, and he doesn't stop either. All the girls are taking turns with him just because one's not enough to keep up. The place is howling all night long.
Oh, wow. Sounds like quite a strenuous night.
Yep, sure would be, if it really happened. Truth is, it was just an old rotten board.
I swear to God, girl. I'm never going to get that image out of my head either.
Aw, you're blushing, Yaki. You never knew you were a regular at a whorehouse.
I am not a regular, and you damn well know it. Why are you even coming to me to ask for my help anyway? Surely you can handle a little shopping trip on your own.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would say that. Thought it wouldn't hurt to ask, though.
Yeah, the fact that he gets
Real offended by being called a virgin. Virgin versus Chad energy. Him versus Michelle.
Okay, I'm out of here then.
It's past closing hours. I said as much myself a moment ago. She just got off work and she's visibly exhausted. Oh, wait, it's fine. I'll take care of it. You go back and get some rest.
Yeah, you're so sweet, Yaki. Maria was totally right. If pressuring him doesn't work, pull back. Act defeated and hopeful quicker than a floorboard.
Damn you, Maria. Alright, okay, so that was all you needed, right? You're done here? Or was there something else?
I just got off work and I'm super crazy tired, but I fought it through it and came all the way out here.
And?
So just maybe you should be offering me a drink. Or 10.
Okay, fine. You win. It's not like you'll back down if I tell you no anyway. Come on in. Sit wherever.
Whee!
So tell me something, Jaren. How much longer are you planning on working at the brothel?
Huh? Where'd that come from?
Just curious.
Sounds kind of like you don't want me there?
I never said that. In fact, your presence has been quite the boon. Maria is very pleased with the uptick in business.
Then why you ask?
Because it's not a line at work anyone should be in for longer than necessary.
Ah.
Are you still struggling with money?
Actually, I don't have anything I need to pay back anymore. Now I'm just saving up for myself.
All the more reason you should consider getting out. Find some way you can put one of your other talents to use.
I don't know. I'm not really overflowing with talent.
I can think of one at least. Your performances at the pub. They're always a huge hit. Singing isn't the most stable of careers, no. But neither is prostitution. So if you were to choose, I'd say you may be better off going with the one that's easier on your body.
Me? A singer? Maria and the girls are so good to me, though. And I feel awful hopping off the boat after only 1 month.
You can't put yourself second to some feelings of indebtedness. It's your life and your body to take care of. He's making some great points. Jacopo, in this, drinks some respect women juice. Not enough, but some. Enough that it's noticeable. Good for him. It's no one's responsibility but your own. Do what you think is best for yourself, not what you think you should be doing for others. What's so funny?
For all you try to pretend otherwise, deep down you're a real sweet guy, Yaki.
I'm just telling you what the logical thing to do in this situation is.
Most logical businessmen wouldn't try to chase off their workers. They'd work them until there's nothing left. But that's just how it is. Prostitutes are a dime a dozen. In the grand scheme of things, they're not important enough to fret about because you can replace them easy.
I suppose. But you know this brothel's different. Maria and I don't have a manager to answer to. No greedy bastard running the place, intent on working everyone to the bone. It was built up by the girls, so as one of the girls yourself, I'm sure they'll respect whatever decision you make. Maria values your opinion too.
Yeah, she said the same thing when I first showed up. That it's not a job you keep for very long. I'll give it some thought.
I'm glad.
It never even occurred to me that I could make a living singing. Well, actually, I don't think it even occurred to me to think about my future much at all. You're a good guy, Yaki, and Maria a good boss.
We're just doing what anyone else would. So, I generally try not to pry, but I've been wondering, where were you before you came here?
What? Wow, you're really talkative today, Yaki.
I'm just in an inquisitive mood. It's been nagging at me for a while now. How low her threshold for satisfaction seems to be. I mean, out here everyone learns to be happy with what they can get, but Jaren in particular feels a bit extreme.
You already know how I was abducted, right?
Yeah, that I've heard about. Twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. First time was when I was real little. I wasn't targeted, it was during a raid. A couple bandits busted in, killed my mom and dad as I watched. They spared me, luckily. Sold me off and work in the field somewhere as a slave instead. And one day, while I was out on a supply run, I got swiped up and sold off again. It wasn't until about 2 years back I started working as a prostitute. Was in a different city for a while, then I ended up here. That about covers it. What's wrong, Yaki?
I just wasn't expecting something quite so bleak. I'd never guessed from how she acted.
Well, pretty much everyone in the slums has their own sad story, don't they? Some more than others, maybe. Luckily, I never had a bad master. Everyone was really nice. I always had food and a place to sleep. So I've never felt like I had it bad.
I think that more than qualifies as having it bad.
Oh?
Have you never felt like you got the short end of the stick?
I don't even know what the stick looks like. Never mind which end was the short one.
Well, I'll tell you. It's the one you were given. Your parents were murdered, your life suddenly turned upside down. Some strange man decided you were worth this much money, selling you into slavery. You should be furious. You think you're happy right now, but let me tell you this. There's not a damn scrap of happiness to be found down here at the bottom of the ladder. It's not until you're a few rungs up, where you're not living on scraps and treated like garbage, that you'll find anything resembling real happiness.
I don't know about that. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm enjoying myself, I'm happy. Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor or hungry or what.
Sorry for losing my cool like that. It's not my place to decide what you are and aren't allowed to be happy about.
You want to climb higher up the ladder, Yaki?
I can't imagine there's anyone who doesn't. Except you just told me you were satisfied right where you are, so I guess that proves me wrong. But I can tell you that me and the gang are thoroughly through putting up with the status quo. We're holding on well enough for the time being because we're young and healthy, but here in the slums, that's only worth so much.
Huh. Honestly, I can't even think more than a few minutes ahead, so I've never been really concerned about my future. But I think the future you guys are shooting for sounds pretty great. I hope you succeed in creating your utopia.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it that.
That's basically what it is, though, right? You're trying to make the world a place where everyone's equal. Where everyone's got plenty of money and can go see a doctor when they're sick. Where no one starves to death or gets sold into slavery, right?
Wow, Jacobo's backstory, he was actually a communist. Communist to capitalist? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to get political. Yes, I did.
Sounds pretty sweet. I'm rooting for you.
My goals are hardly so noble.
So what?
Nothing. I agree, that would be a nice world to live in. My dissatisfaction doesn't arise from the concern for the world or others. I'm hardly so selfless.
Oh, right! I just remembered something super important, Yaki.
And that is?
It's almost midsummer, which means almost festival time.
Right. That is happening, isn't it?
I want to go.
What's stopping you?
No, wrong answer. Learn to read between the lines, Yaki.
The communist capitalist pipeline. Yeah. Yep, that's what it is.
I want to go with everyone!
That's about what I expected her to say.
Get all the girls at the brothel, your peacekeeper bros, get everyone together and join the festivities.
That seems like a bit too large of a group.
Okay, then we can limit it to just the cool people. Either way.
You know, that might not be such a bad idea.
Whoa, is the world ending? I didn't expect you to say yes so quickly.
You want to say that one more time, girly?
I was sure you were going to get all huffy and fight me over it for at least half an hour. A bunch of slum dwellers going into the city proper is only asking for misery. Unless you enjoy being treated like rats, you would be better off celebrating at the pub with people you know.
and on and on and on.
Is that what she thinks I sound like? I won't pretend I'm thrilled about the idea, but I've also never taken her to a festival before, which is why I thought it might be worth considering. That should be Jaren.
You mean Morgs?
Morgs? Morgana would never speak to me again if I called her that. Yes, Morgana, but I want you to try. I just want to see what happens.
Seems to me like you're especially nice to her, Yaki. You got a crush on her or something? You fallen head over heels for her? Excuse me? Who in their right mind would fall for a child that young? You can't deny you care about her, though. You wouldn't do as much as you do for her if you didn't.
Yeah, and I never said that I didn't care for her. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have anyone else. So someone's gotta look after her.
Oh, so she's like a little sister to you.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't see me the same way, though. Yeah, I think she hit it right on the nose there. I imagine this is about what it would be like if I had a sister.
Anyway, Morgs means a lot to you. That much is obvious to anyone. So how about you ask her if she wants to come to the festival?
You live with her. It would be much simpler if you did it.
She's kind of been keeping her distance lately.
Oh, did something happen between you two?
Nothing I can think of. Maybe she feels like when I showed up, I invaded her territory. And she doesn't like me because she doesn't feel as much at home anymore.
So she's being sulky? I didn't realize she was capable of getting moody.
Yaki, that's being super superficial, you know? Sure, she can be a pretty tough nut to crack, but she is an 11-year-old girl. She gets happy and sad and upset as much as anybody else.
Try as I might, I simply can't envision it.
So you ask her to come, Yaki. Put your heart and soul into it. You get her there, and we all have fun at the festival, and it'll smooth out everything between me and her.
Putting my heart and soul into it might be counterproductive. But sure, I'll see if she's interested when I go to apply her ointment today.
Thanks a bunch! Well, I should get back. Catch you later, Yaki.
Take care.
Aye aye.
Morgana, sulking and avoiding Jaren. Now there's an unexpected development. Or maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. Anyway, I should head out and take care of business. One moment. I need to adjust my butt pillow. That was the perfect line to come after, too. Excuse me? You need to adjust your butt pillow? Yes, Morgana. I do. I have the boniest ass, and unfortunately, this chair is well worn through. I haven't gotten a new one because I haven't moved yet. So there's no point in getting one only to move it across the continent. You dig?
Excuse me? No, absolutely not.
You could at least pretend to consider the offer.
It's not even worth dignifying with an act. Why would you even think inviting me was a good idea anyway?
Seems perfectly reasonable to me. There's no harm in changing things up once in a while. Give yourself a little break from spending every day in this depressing little graveyard.
The very prospect of attending a festival is considerably more depressing.
Come on, it could be fun. Don't dismiss it without...
Look at my face. Surely you're not so foolish as to not realize it would mean exposing myself, my face, to heaven knows how many strangers.
You're right. I'm not. There will be so many people there, and everyone will be caught up in the festivities. No one's gonna bother stopping to scrutinize some random girl's face. They're all gonna be drunk, Morgana, is what he's trying to say. They're all gonna be white girl wasted. They're not gonna be thinking about it. I'd say you're likely to get significantly less attention in such a crowd. Like they say, the best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. Of course, I don't think you should be afraid to go out any day, festival or not. As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for you to hide your face at all.
That's easy for you to say.
That's not my intention. I understand how significant an issue it is for you. But this festival is a once-a-year thing, and...
Where is this even coming from, anyway? What possessed you to suddenly ask me to the festival?
Well, you know...
I don't know.
It was Jaren's idea.
What? Jaren's idea.
She dropped by this morning, and after making quite the racket, she brought up the upcoming festival.
So, you're saying you're inviting me because Jaren asked you to?
Well, I mean, the biggest reason is because you weren't in any condition to participate in an event like this the last couple years. So I wanted you to experience it this year.
Enough, please. This is all for Jaren, isn't it?
What?
She's concerned because I haven't been speaking with her much lately, right?
Well, yeah, she is, but that's not why I...
Okay, I'll go.
Really?
Yes, for Jaren. I feel guilty knowing I've caused her so much distress. I'm dead weight at the brothel as it is. The last thing I want is to make things even worse by being a source of worry. So I will go to the festival.
Morgana, I don't think anyone wants you to go out of some sense of obligation.
If that's all, then go. You're done applying the ointment, aren't you?
Morgana, please.
Go.
What's gotten into you? Why are you so upset?
I am not upset. Now please go away.
I beg to differ. Okay, I'll leave. Just remember the festival's there for you to enjoy it, alright? I'll remind you when the day draws closer. I definitely went about that the wrong way, huh? I hoped her mood would improve by the time the festival came around. But unsurprisingly, my hopes weren't enough to change anything, and Morgana remained distant. She had always been a sullen, aloof girl, but when she was really upset, she completely closed herself off. Day after awkward day crawled by, and I soon began to wonder if inviting her had been a mistake. But after all that, I couldn't just march up to her and say, "Never mind, we're not going." So I was left to endure a long, uncomfortable week. And then the... Hi, Nim! Hi! Oh my goodness! Hello! Welcome to this. It's gonna be super out of context, but you came at a really fun time. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh golly. I feel like- oh, there goes all my water. I feel like I'm just getting back into the swing of doing his voice. Because it's very like, yeah, see? Kinda, but like less. What was I saying? So I was left to endure a long, uncomfortable week, until the day the Midsummer Festival commenced. Oh, this scene is so much fun. I hope we're enjoying the serotonin that this is giving, because you'll never get it again. I don't know who's narrating here. I'll keep going with Jacopo, I guess. Midsummer, the celebration of the Nativity of John the Baptist, was an event observed across the land on or around the summer solstice. In our city, festivities lasted for roughly 10 days. A large bonfire burned in the square. Vendors set up stalls selling food and trinkets, and girls wore crowns made of flowers, dancing in a parade down the streets while onlookers whistled and clapped. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't have any idea going on. I mean, I played the entire main game. If you get really bored and need background noise at work, there's a playlist. It's a great game. It's very emotional, but very, very great. The sheer vivacity that permeated the city was enough to make one forget about the Lord's venom coursing through it. Or perhaps that was the goal, an excuse to let loose and slip free of the Lord's iron grip, if only momentarily. We walked down the city's main street, observing the excitement unfolding around us. Our group was only 4 large. The other girls either split off into their own parties, or decided they would rather take the time to sleep. It had been some time since I last left the slums and visited the city proper. We weren't prohibited from entering the city, but wandering around in grimy rags only invited dirty looks, so most tended to avoid it. Nobody was eager to charge headfirst into a den of prejudice. But that all went away when festival time came around. Everyone was too busy enjoying themselves to go around condemning us for our appearance. Whee! It's a festival! We're at a festival! A real-life festival! Look, Morgs! Look! We're really at a festival!
Settle down. I heard you the first time. And I do have eyes, you know.
Settle down? But it's a festival! The whole point is to make noise and get wound up and go crazy! She really said go stupid, go crazy.
If you make that much noise, you'll draw attention to us.
No worries, everyone's doing it! We'll fit right in!
Still.
Ah, it looks like they're giving out flower crowns over there! Let's go get some, Morgs, come on! Yeah, it's a very good, and I read the whole thing out. So, there's some technical issues in like the first few because streaming is hard, but yeah, it's a great story.
I have no interest in... Let go of me. Wait, stop pulling! By all means, have fun, but try not to get separated.
You seem to be getting along just fine. Jaren was telling me how Morgana was being distant, but it looks like she might have just been reading too much into it.
Wait, Jaren said that?
So I take it you didn't know either.
Yeah, I had no idea, actually.
Now there's something you don't see every day. You're always the first to catch on to any sort of friction between the girls.
Yeah, I kind of stuck them both off in my peripheral, since neither of them are prone to causing much trouble. So I haven't been watching Jaren or Morgana very closely.
I almost called her Morgs, god damn it.
Damn, I really need to pay more attention, huh? I should have noticed if they had a falling out.
Don't beat yourself up over it. You don't need to feel responsible for everything that goes on there just because you got seniority.
What, you worried about me?
Think of it as more of a warning.
Which, generally speaking, one gives because they're concerned. You know, it'd do wonders for what people thought about you if you could just find the stones to say, yeah, I am, instead of blowing smoke every time.
Yeah, technical issues. It took time. We got there, though. And every once in a while, OBS just decides not to work, but we seem to be doing okay this week. And if I were to say that, yes, I was worried about you, you'd have no hesitation saying exactly what you thought, that it made you want to hurl.
Am I that easy to read?
Easier than you know.
Hold on a sec. If Jaren and Morgana weren't talking, I assume she's not the one who invited her to come then?
Nope, that was me.
Did you really? Well, color me shocked. Both that you would ask her to roll out and that Morgana would agree. She's taking a liking to you or something. I guess that wouldn't be too much of a surprise with how much time you spend looking after her.
Well, actually, she had a slightly different reason for agreeing to come.
Oh?
Oh boy, those crowds are crazy! Truly, the trickster of all time.
So you weren't able to get any flower crowns?
Nah, Morgs threw a huge fit before we could get there. She said she'd rather go swimming in the latrine than wear flowers.
I never said any such thing.
Not in those words, maybe, but you were objecting at least that much. What on earth did she say then?
Yes, I objected, but only because the crowds were so bad we couldn't have gotten through.
Oh, that's all? Can't say I'm surprised. You are both on the small side. Crowds this size could easily wash you away. Yeah, because Maria's like 5 foot. Or 5'1", maybe? So that means Jaren has to be like 4'11", and Morgana's like 4'9", I guess? That's so small.
Well, pardon me for being so small. I'm fucking 11.
I never said it was a bad thing.
I'm sensing a lot more animosity between him and Morgana than her and Jaren.
Ah! In that case, we can have Yaki go get them instead!
A fine idea. Girls dig a man who know how to step up and take initiative.
Yeah, girls love a guy who'll be productive. Proactive, maybe. Don't think I missed that juke.
Oh, Jacopo, you're such a hunk. And remember, one for each of us.
Good grief. Okay, fine, you win. I'll get them, so drop the obnoxious flattery act before I spew chunks.
2 is fine. I don't need one.
It is a festival, you know. You should wear something with a little more color for once. Change things up from your usual dreary garb.
No, bad Yaki, 0 out of 10! No girl wants to be ordered around like that. Yeah, seriously. At least have some sense and say something like, you would look positively gorgeous with a crown of flowers to accentuate your beautiful hair.
I love it. It's so corny. I can taste it. Just make sure you top it off with, but flowers can never compare to your natural beauty. There's gonna be a murder.
If you so much as utter a single syllable, I swear I will despise you for all eternity.
Never in 1,000 years. Christ. 3 flower crowns coming right up. And stay right there where I can find you, okay?
See ya, darling.
Do those girls ever get tired of heckling me? They were right about the crowds, though. I don't understand how so many people can care so much about a few free flowers. Though I suppose when you're in a festive mood, frivolities tend to seem all the more attractive. Hey, watch where you're going! Hey, are you okay? I didn't think I bumped into you that hard.
I'm fine. I'm just feeling slightly under the weather today.
And what are you doing at a festival of all things? Need a hand?
No, but thank you.
What a curious woman. I get the impression she didn't want anyone else to see her face either. She looked rather well off at that, from what I could make out from beneath her robes. A noble, perhaps. No, couldn't have been. Alright, no time to stand here and muse.
I'm so sorry. I just gave out the very last one.
You can't be serious.
If only you had been here a few minutes sooner, you could have gotten some too.
Damn it. If I hadn't been sidetracked by that woman. Thanks anyway. Sorry for wasting your time.
Hold up just a sec.
Huh.
I'm all out of crowns, but I do have one spare flower you can have. I was saving it for myself, but I'm in a charitable mood.
Are you sure? It was meant for you. You're allowed to keep it.
You looked like you were really counting on getting those crowns, though.
No, hardly. Why would anyone care so much about a few flowers anyway?
Don't play dumb with me. They were gonna be for your sweetheart, right?
Now you're being delusional.
Don't be bashful. Take it. I'm rooting for you. Bye. Enjoy the festival.
Thank you. I suppose it's better to come back with something, rather than get my ears chewed off from both sides. Ah! There he is! I'm counting exactly 0 crowns. So you weren't able to get any either? Showed up 3 seconds too late. They were all out. Pah! That's a bummer, but what you gonna do? You say free and everyone comes running. No, you gotta hit them with something a little more girly. Whoop! They are. Jared. Whoop! They are real pretty. I can see why everyone want them. You already blew your chance. And speaking of blowing it, Jacopo, we sent you on one little errand, and you can't even manage to pull that off. Worthless grunt. Now who needs a lesson in acting like a girl? Oh, I'm so sorry, Jacopo. Thank you so much for going out there in the big scary crowds just for us. I'm gagging from the sheer volume of bullshit erupting from your mouth. Hear me out, though. While I may not have been able to get the crowns you asked for, I was able to acquire an exclusive, one-of-a-kind flower. Not so worthless now, am I? Thank you, flower girl, whose name I never got. Yeah, not feeling it. If you were 3, maybe I'd be proud of you. Yeah! Whoop! There it is! Then go get your own goddamn flowers. What? Whoa! Relax! It is a nice flower, very pretty. And you never know, it might even look better in someone's hair than a crown. I don't know, there's still only one. You're never going to stop complaining, are you? Not complaining, just wondering who you're going to give it to. Oh. Shit, that is a problem. Right. Then I'll give it to Oh my god, we get a choice in Requiem for Innocence? Yo, what's up? I forgot you can say it's mine. Who do we go with? I know who I want to give it to, but I'm very biased. I love your man who goes whoop. Me too. That little bitch, I love him so much. Low-key, I want to say it's mine. Just to see what happens. Do we go with it? Do we go, it's mine? Let me pour myself some water while we're thinking this over. We do want to give it to Morgana. Yeah, I want to give it, like, listen, alright, it's so funny that you can say it's mine, but Morgana she needs affection so badly. Okay.
Pick someone else.
Hi, Manny. Sigma male crimes, that's so true. At least feign interest.
Why would you think I would be interested in a flower when I already told you I didn't want a crown?
A single flower won't make you stick out as much as a whole crown, so I don't see what the problem is.
Why are you so desperate to get me wearing a flower?
Excuse me, how am I being desperate?
Can you think of a better word to describe your stubborn insistence? A flower would clash horribly with my face anyway. Or are you trying to turn me into a laughingstock?
You really need to do something about that cynicism. As I've told you several times already, no one cares how you look. They're too distracted.
I am not being cynical. You're a cold-hearted monster if you can believe I can simply turn off my anxiety about my appearance.
You don't have to put it in your hair. If you'd prefer, you can just carry it with you. But I'd like it to go to good use.
Then give it to Marie or Jaren.
I swear, it's like I'm arguing with a brick wall. Okay, let's try this again. We haven't talked much recently. So think of this as... Just take it, please. I look like an oaf waving this damn thing around.
Stop trying to shove it into my hands.
Okay, there. It's all yours now. Don't you dare throw it away either. Yay, Manny, I'm glad you're having a good time. Friday should be as per usual. Grandia too. I couldn't do it the last couple weeks, but...
What on earth is his problem?
Is there any help in that guy, like, at all?
But you understand how he can spend so much time in a brothel and still be single, can't you?
Yep, he's completely helpless. It's true. Virgin Jacopo versus Chad Michel. Oh boy. Looks like the crowd would thin out a little bit. Following the parade, I guess?
And how about we go check out the stalls and get some grub?
Wee! Meat! Let's gobble down kebabs till we burst! Oh yeah, she would like kebabs. Interesting. Sorry to burst your bubble, kid, but everyone's selling meats packed up for the day.
Huh?
Hey, figured I'd find you guys somewhere around here. Oh, hello, Gratian. What do you mean they packed up for the day? Exactly that. Short on supplies. All ran out this morning. And this is just day one. Who knows how bad it'll get the rest of the festival. No, not the meat! Anything but the meat!
Let me guess, everyone's all out of meat because you ate it all, beefcake.
God, I fucking wish I had! Also, I have a name, you know.
I always use nicknames for my friends, no exceptions.
Oh, well, in that case... Are you really okay with her calling you that, Gratian? I would have expected them to stock up on supplies in anticipation of the higher demand during the festival. I bet they try, but the damn lord's leeching up everything he can get his grimy hands on.
You'd think the bastard would have learned his lesson 2 years ago, but now it's just been getting worse. God, this whole city needs to get off its lazy ass and tell the Lord they ain't gonna stand for his shit. I doubt many people are interested in risking execution to express their discontent. The number of hangings has risen significantly of late. He seems to be purging any dissenters he can find. Don't you think it's high time we got started, Jacopo? Started on what? What do you think? Our second uprising? Lower your damn voice, you oaf. There's no telling who might be listening. Kid, they have to be standing right next to us to hear anything in all this noise. Why I see it, we're safer talking here out in the open than having secret meetings. Did you hear anything I just said? It's getting less safe every day. You know, we're pretty damn organized if I do say so myself. Our numbers are growing, and I'm making sure everyone knows their way around a sword. Instead of just giving them a little kick in the bollocks like last time. I say we go all out and start a revolution. Rip the sick fuck down from his bloody throne. A revolution. What do you say? I think we could pull it off. He's right. We probably could. No, that's not a good idea right now. And why the hell not? Well, you're not flaking on us now, are you? But what happens if we succeed? Assuming we can dethrone the Lord, what next? What if whoever takes his place is equally avaricious? Anyone will be better than who we got now. That leaves too much to chance. And even if his successor is more reasonable, we'd still be executed for treason. So you're saying we sit on our thumbs and deal with it? If only we could find a noble to join our cause. Someone as flagrantly contemptuous as him is bound to have made a few enemies among the upper class. Having the nobility involved would certainly give us more of a leg to stand on.
Hey, how about you guys just let it go already?
Why?
You're not gonna find any nobles willing to stand up to the Lord. They say he murdered the previous Lord as well as anyone who opposed them, their families and their associates. No one's gonna side with a bunch of plebes. The smart thing to do would be to shut up and suck it up. The Lord's not immortal. He'll die of something eventually, so you don't need to stick your necks out just to hurry the process.
You can't be serious. Wait for him to die? With things as bad as they are? Food's getting more scarce by the day. People are getting executed left and right just because the Lord doesn't like what they're saying. This city's not going to last for more than another few years. And everyone in the slums will either be dead or run off way before then. Can't imagine that'll be good for business.
Well... But still, it's not something a bunch of slum rats could ever hope to pull off. You got your heads in the clouds. Just because you can dream it doesn't mean you can do it. Don't be a bunch of idiots, okay?
God, would you listen to this broad? Every last one of them, I swear. Can't deal with it. Always so concerned with protecting their own skin.
Well, excuse me. I'm about done dealing with you and your suicidal fantasies, too.
You want to take this out back, little bitch?
Calm down, both of you.
Listen, Maria would kick Gratian's ass. She was born to fight. She came out of the womb saying, "Fight me." We can continue this conversation at the pub. I still don't think it's a good idea to do it somewhere so public. Alright, fine. But let me tell you one thing. We're gonna have to do something, and damn soon. Even if it is a suicide mission. Anyway, I should probably get going. Don't want to be the fifth wheel on your group date.
What? Does this look like a date to you?
You're damn friggin' right it does. You got a girl on each arm and one to spare. I might have misjudged you, kid.
I'm simply here as a representative of the brothel to ensure none of our employees find themselves in any harm.
That's horse shit, we both know it. You don't have to be shy around me, bro. You want to bang 3 girls at once? Good on you.
Fucking Gratian, please.
A man's got to be able to pull his weight, both in and out of bed. I would never treat my friends with such disrespect. And if I were so crass, I would not be fit to assist with the brothel's operations. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're kidding, right?
Not in the slightest.
Dude. Are Are you training to be a monk or what?
That's not it.
I've got it. You're lacking in the size department downstairs. Oh. I didn't even press anything. Oh. Rest in pieces. Anyway, this is where Gatian dies. Hey, what the fuck was that for?
Sorry, my fist appears to have a mind of its own.
Yeah, well, mine's a mind to make it taste dirt.
Oh, is it now? Well, by all means. I'll be happy to take your spot as number 1.
Fat chance, asshole.
All men are idiots.
Plot twist, Jared's actually a lesbian. I love her so much. So true.
Utter fools.
You said it.
Ooh, I hear music from down there.
Yeah, you did just deck him.
And there are people dancing around a big fire. Come on, Yaki, come on, Beefcake, quit rolling around in the mud and let's go dance.
Alright, I'll let you off the hook, but only because Jared asked. And I'd rather not snap my number 2 in half. Pfft, were you even paying attention, you blind oaf? I was 3 seconds from popping your damn shoulder right out of its socket.
Ah, stop! Time! Fist down! You can grope each other all you want back at the pub. Music started, so it's dancing time. Down to the square with you. Come on, let's get moving! You two, Morgs! You can go on without me. Morgs! We'll never find you again in this crowd. Come on, let loose a little. Have fun. It's a festival. Anywhere but there, please. There are too many people here already. It will only be worse at the center of the square. So, please, go on. You know, now that I think about it, we can dance just fine right here. What? No need to go down to the square. I'm a genius. Yeah, good point. What's important is that we have fun and make a lot of noise, not where we do it. I guess not everything that comes out of your mouth is hot air, Jaren. Why, thank you, boss. That wasn't really a compliment. Wait, what? No, you don't. You can barely even hear the music from here. This is no place for dancing. You should all just go down.
What, you need some music? No problem, I'll go snag a barrel. I can bang out a funky beat for all ya. You need more than just a beat to dance to, though. There should be some actual music.
He's exactly right. So you can all go down to the...
Give me a sec. I'll go find some kind of instrument. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Borrow my loot? Absolutely not. I will not allow a filthy rat like yourself to lay one finger on... Don't hurt me, please! Okay, you can have it! But promise me you'll take very good care of it. Be extremely gentle, okay? Don't bang it around or be rough with the strings, okay?
My kindly troubadour let me slip into fucking this game. You know, sometimes I forget you're as much a thug as the gorilla over there.
Woo! Let's dance! Hold hands, everyone! I really have no interest in dancing, so if you would please leave me out. All set! Hit it, boys! Whee! Wait, stop pulling my arms! The whole world's spinning! Why do I feel like you're getting faster? We're just getting warmed up, girl! Faster, faster, faster! Pshoo! Please stop spinning! That's what I'm talking about! Are you having fun, Morgs? I don't even know where I am right now. You don't get enough exercise. Gotta give your body a good workout every once in a while. I'm having the time of my life! You're always having the time of your life. She sure is. Come on, Jaren. Crank it up another couple notches. Zoom, zoom, zoom! Slow down, please. I know I told you to speed up, but this is a bit much. Zoom, 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 zoom! Ah! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, seriously, this is a bit much. We're going too fast. I don't know how to stop. Ah! We'll figure something out.
Yipes! We're gonna crash course of that wall! Ah! Stop spinning, whatever it takes, make us stop! Stop! Ah! Shit!
And they're all down for the count.
Never in my life have I seen a mere dance take such a disastrous turn.
So what are we gonna do with them?
What do you think? Shit.
What's wrong?
The string snapped.
Oh boy. You can almost forget what this whole series is about with that festival scene. Almost.
I had a blast today! Danced my butt off, talked my mouth off. Got myself one heck of a goose egg. The bumps were not part of the plan. But yeah, I had a pretty good time too. Only wish we could have gotten some meat. Urgh. Same, boss, same. But it was a good day anyway. It's exciting getting to go out with everyone. What about you, Morgs? Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Sweet beans! Of everything that happened today, I'd say my favorite has to be Yaki and Beefcake brawling.
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
Of course, you can just go down to the pub and see that anytime you want. It's too bad Beefcake had to bail. He apparently has had his fill of excitement and went to meet up with some of the gang. Wowie, Beefcake sure lives up to his name. When it comes to vitality, I'd say you give Gratian a damn good run for his money. Oh yeah, and it was also nice to learn that Yaki's such a sweetheart. No good having a guy who doesn't really care about girls helping out at a brothel.
That would pose some problems, yes.
Though I gotta ask, have you got your eye on anyone in particular, Yaki? Well, how many times are you going to bring that up? I'm glad you're looking out for us, but you gotta look out for yourself too. Relieve some stress every once in a while. So if you got your eye on someone, I say go for him, even if it's someone you work with. So how about it? Do you? Don't you?
Sorry, but I have never much cared for this sort of talk.
Blah, you're no fun. And what about you? What? You know how it goes. A girl only brings up the subject because she's itching for someone to turn around and ask her. Oh, wait. No, I never. So do ya? Because I can totally pull some strings for ya. I've been in this business long enough that I got contacts everywhere. Well, it's a simple yes or no question. I might have my eye on someone. See? What'd I tell ya? So who is it? Who's the lucky bastard? Ain't telling. Alright, then if you won't give me a name, describe him for me. He's got trouble expressing his feelings. Go on. He kind of looks angry a lot of the time. Oh yeah? He can be pretty haughty. What else? But I think he's a pretty great guy. Is that so?
What are you glaring at me for, Maria?
That's nowhere near enough info to go on, I know, but if you do figure it out, don't say anything. Oh, no, that was more than enough information. But I hear ya. You want to take things at your own pace, no problem. But I know I don't have a chance, so I'm not going to try and pursue him or anything. As long as he's happy, that's what matters most, even if it means he doesn't pick me. I want him to focus on what matters to him most. Jaren, God, you're such a little sweetheart. That old oaf doesn't deserve you. I'll find someone who will treat you right. What? Thanks?
Okay, now I'm pretty sure I'm not being presumptuous and assuming, but I never would have guessed. You left behind the baby.
Okay, now you're up, Morgs. Who do you...
Is this Gratian? Hey, is that you, Jaren?
What?
Oh, no. You got some guts showing your face around here. What's this old drunkard's problem? Doesn't look like someone I'd want to associate with. You know this man, Jaren?
Yeah, he was a client where I used to work, I think.
Gotcha. Do you have any idea how bad you fucked me over, you little slut?
Stop on me! Like hell. You need a good whipping. Actually, what you need is... Ow! You need to watch your damn temper, drunkard. Ow, 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 ow! What the fuck is your problem? Get your hands off me! I'd like to know what your problem is. This one here, I need her to do business. You prepared to pay for any damages you cause? Because from where I'm standing, you sure don't look like you're swimming in money. You little. I'm sure even in your drunken stupor you know what the smart thing to do would be. Okay, fine, I won't touch her, so get your goddamn hands off of me. Ugh. So I take it you're working down in the slums now, Jaren? Ha! Couldn't think of a better place for you to end up, you walking scourge. I thought I told you to back the hell off.
Now, let's not get physical. We've already got bad enough of a reputation with the rest of the city.
One little black eye isn't gonna change that a damn bit.
Chill. Let me take it from here. My fine sir, it sounds as though you and one of our girls have a bit of bad blood between you.
It's just like the Taylor Swift song. Sorry. Okay. Tangent. When that song came out, I was on a business trip, and we were listening to the radio, and we had to keep changing the station because we were driving through states. And the song that they were playing on the radio was Bad Blood by Taylor Swift, and I heard that song so many times that I had it memorized, even though I don't really listen to Taylor Swift, and I don't like that song. God. And so, I can't, that song is like ingrained in my brain in a place I don't want it to be. That brain space could be used for so many other things, and yet it is dedicated to Taylor Swift's Bad Blood. I know she has better songs. First of all, if it has to be dedicated to a Taylor Swift song, why is it Bad Blood?
I offer you my sincerest apologies, so could you perhaps consider this all water under the bridge?
Why should I?
How about this? You can cop a feel, right here, right now, completely free of charge.
What? Maria? For a slum rat, you ain't too bad to look at. Alright then, you got yourself a deal.
Excellent, then come on over.
I can almost hear the sound of his balls being crushed.
No, I'm so sorry. I was going to give you a little massage, but it seems my hand seemed to have slipped.
You bitch. You fucking bitch.
You're not very intimidating when you're hunched over and squirming, you know.
Call the guards, you slum rat. They'll take care of you.
Well, what are you going to say? Help, please. That woman grabbed my balls and now I can't walk straight. They'll be too busy laughing to do anything.
Just you wait, you little bitch. You will pay for this, I swear to God.
Don't you show your ugly mug around me ever again. I need to find somewhere to wash my hand now.
Boss, that was amazing! I think terrifying is a better word.
You let me know if anyone else comes looking for a fight. I got your back.
And my loyalty for life! God, I think that's supposed to be God. I never want to get on her bad side. You don't.
But don't you want to know what I did at the last place? If you want to talk, I'm all ears. If you don't, that's fine too. Everyone catches their fair share of shit in this line of work. Money problems, people problems. We all got problems. But even if you did screw up somehow...
Yeah, oh my god! So, I have, Billy Joel's Best Of album. That's my... Because they'll ask, at a surgery, or for my wisdom tooth extraction, they were like, you can put on music. And I was like, I'm not sure what I want to put on, but, you probably can't find any of the things I, normally listen to, because it's all foreign. And then I was like, okay, how about Billy Joel? Everybody can get along with that. And so as I was getting my tooth drilled so that they could take it out in pieces, Uptown Girl was playing, so it was like, Uptown Girl, she's been And then when I went to have my breast reduction, they were like, so what music do you want to play? And I immediately started laughing, and I was like, put on Billy Joel. And then it was like, sing us a song, you're the piano man. I like immediately passed out from the drug. I was like, the way they make you lay down for a breast reduction is you lay out like literally like fucking Jesus on the cross with your arms out. And so I just like remember lying in the bright sterile white room with Piano Man playing and then passing out and then waking up in the hospital bed. Incredible experience.
But even if you did screw up somehow, you're like family now. I'm not gonna toss you out into the streets over a couple little blunders.
She's always a woman. Good song.
Puss! And you got more than just me on your side. Isn't that right?
I certainly wouldn't have stepped in if I didn't have some interest in your safety.
Yaki? Thank you! You're pretty impressive too. You had that guy's arm all twisted up in no time flat. I can see why you're the gang's number 2.
Indeed.
Whew, is that a blush I see? Are you blushing?
I am not! Also, just a reminder that this will have a pretty vivid description of a panic attack, so if that's not something you're interested in hearing, just brace yourself for that.
Family is someone who won't throw you out onto the streets. That's what they're supposed to be. I hope that my father will not forsake me.
Morgana,
What?
you're being so quiet.
And this is new?
I guess not. It wasn't as bad as you thought it would be, was it?
You're right. It wasn't.
And we can do this again whenever you want. We'll gladly invite you. Or if you're feeling up to it, you can invite us somewhere. It won't take long before you acclimate to all the excitement, to being around other people, interacting with them. And you'll be able to enjoy yourself even more. Just thinking about it has me excited. Imagining you out there talking to people, smiling, laughing, acting like a girl your age. The day can't come soon enough.
You know,
Hmm?
you're dreadfully insensitive.
What? How does that make me insensitive?
It just does.
Morgana, you really need to...
Hey, get a move on, you two. We're heading back. I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Hey! I've been thinking, actually, I can't pick my favorite Billy Joel song. I've kind of been sitting here. I do really like Goodnight My Angel. That's a good one. I think it's kind of an underrated song of his. But Uptown Girl is pretty good. Pretty good bop.
Morgs! Let's sleep together tonight, Morgs! You act like this is some kind of special occasion. You come sleep with me every night you don't work.
Only on days I don't work.
It's not like I'm off every day, so yeah, I'd say it's a special occasion. I had a very long day, so I would really like to... Hi! Hey! I had a super great time today. It's kind of felt like you've been distant lately, so it was really nice being able to spend the day with you. I haven't been. So you don't hate me or anything, then? No, I don't. Oh, thank goodness! I don't have any reason at all to feel anything so hostile toward her. But for some reason, I do feel a strange discomfort in her presence. Whenever I see her talking to someone, laughing with them, something unpleasant wells up in my chest. What is that feeling?
Oh, what is this feeling? Fervid as a flame. Does it have a name?
I don't understand the things I feel. We should go out again sometime. should get to sleep as well. I can forget about everything in my dreams. This unpleasantness in my chest. This lump in my throat. Absolutely everything. Mother, you agreed with me. You said I was right. So why are you taking money from that man? Mother, why? Because you're worthless to me.
Cheers! A saint's blood and good fortune to all. Oh, I almost forgot. You need to eat too, don't you, daughter of God? I'm told consuming meat increases the amount of blood your body produces, so I've acquired some special, exotic meat just for you. All I and my guests desire is a good time. You are nothing more than an exhibit for our entertainment. All that matters is that you continue to play the role of a saint. You are a damned witch wearing a saint's skin.
Are you okay, Morgs? Yes, I'm fine. You don't look fine at all. You're paler than a ghost. What's wrong? Are you sick? Hold on, I'll go get someone. Don't... What? Don't get anyone. But you're... I'm fine, as I said. I apologize for waking you. Go back to sleep. I can't just go back to sleep with you looking like that. This isn't the first time this has happened, Morgs. I haven't mentioned it before, but you sometimes toss and turn real bad in your sleep, groaning and whimpering like you're in pain. Do you have nightmares about the places you used to be? I don't like to see you hurting, Morgs. You can tell me anything. It'll take some of the weight right off. It'll take some of the weight off to get it up. Then everything can be all happy and smiles again. Talking. That's it. Let the bad memories out. Replace them with all the fun we have. Stop talking! No. Stop acting like you know anything about me! That's not what I want to say. I'm not like you. I can't switch everything off and laugh like nothing is wrong. I must keep the ugliness inside. I can't let it out. Stop trying to make me into something I'm not and will never be. I can't stop. I can't keep it in. Stop trying to drag me down into your world, to rip me from my identity. Make it stop. Stop trying to make me into a normal girl. Please make it stop. Morgs. Hey, what's all the racket? Quiet down, would you? I was almost asleep. I'm sorry. Hold on, Morgs. Where are you going? Get back here. The pre-dawn air slithered over my skin. It crawled down my throat, warm and humid and unpleasant. It didn't cool me down as I had hoped it would, instead causing the heat within to build up further as I ran. The tight squeezing, nauseating feeling swelled. My heart and spirit, which I had believed to be pure and clean and sacred, were now a putrid mire. The filthy air of the slums tainted me. This isn't who I am. This isn't me. With no goal, no direction in mind, I dashed down a barely lit alleyway. I don't let my emotions run wild. I know how to control my words. I don't feel animosity without reason. That's not what I'm supposed to be. I know good and well Jaren had meant me no ill will. Jaren, Maria, him. They all had the best intentions. I wasn't so blind as to not realize that. Those good intentions simply annoyed me to no end. And that, I finally realized, was what I was feeling. That was the source of all my discomfort. Every act of kindness felt as though it was being forced on me. As though everyone was walking on eggshells around me. Every kind thing someone did only made me feel that much more pitiful. A life of cheer and excitement seemed like a distant dream, and I hated myself for how inferior that made me feel. But I couldn't take the hands being offered to me either. A couple years earlier, I would not have felt any of this. Any of these ugly, sad, pathetic emotions. If anything, I would have been proud that I had no place among regular people. So why was it all so agonizing now? Why did I feel like I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs? At some point in my frenzy, I had made my way fairly deep into the slums. Sunrise was approaching, but the stench of alcohol still hung thick in the air. And mixed in was a wide array of sharp body odors and excrement. Remaining here was unwise. However, I wasn't sure which way to go to get back out.
Aye, chum, would you look at that? A girl it is. Happy days. I don't got the coin to go down to the whole house.
I have to get out of here.
Oh, gonna dash is she? What how far she make it on them twiggy legs? Low resistance just makes it more exciting.
Oh, Father, please leave me from this place.
Hold on a sec. Look at the girl's face. Huh? Who gives a rat's ass if she's ugly? What in the flying fuck is wrong with her face? She might have some kind of a disease. Oh, hell no, me pecker's not getting anywhere near that. Let's get out of here before we catch whatever she got. Yeah, I was getting my hopes up. Even a disease can piss right off.
As the men walked off, it wasn't relief that welled up within me. My knees gave out, and I fell to the hard ground. I trembled not in fear, but in unmitigated despair. Their harsh words cut into me like so many blades. I'm not diseased. I'm pure, holy. My body and my blood are divine. I hadn't forgotten that was how people saw me. My nightmares did well enough to ensure I couldn't. Every time I passed by a mirror, I couldn't avoid the dreadful sight of my own face. My skin was rough and patchy every time I reached up to touch it. But even with those constant reminders, in my time at the brothel, nobody had ever acted outwardly prejudiced. They treated me like I was anyone else. At the festival, no one had said a word. But it struck me now that the only reason for that was because I was there with others. I had a renewed awareness of my own unpleasantness. A renewed awareness that no one saw me as a saint, but a hideous witch. That even desperate, drunk, homeless men wanted nothing more to do with me. My spirit shriveled. Anger welled up within me. I wanted nothing more than to scream. But I knew that if I did, it would only make me feel that much worse about myself. There you are! I've been looking all over! Morgs! It's not safe to be out at this hour. There's still all sorts of scary people in the streets. Let's go back, Kay? Come on! If I said anything to hurt or upset you, I'm sorry. I'm not good at the whole picking up on what other people are feeling thing. Just stop. What? I don't want your pity. Huh? I hate being treated like that. I hate the way you're always acting like you feel sorry for me. I hate it. I can't stand it. No, that's not it. I don't. And I hate you! I don't hate you. You're just a filthy filthy whore! A dirty, blasphemous whore! Stop. Stop talking. This isn't how I actually feel. You're as impure as they come. I don't want to hurt you. You think your chastity is meaningless. You're just an animal. In fact, I envy your optimism, your unwavering positivity. I don't need your silly pity. I am so much more pure, so much more holy than you could ever hope to be. I hate myself more than anyone. I hate that I can't make it stop, that I keep saying these things I don't mean. Yeah, you're right. I'm not pure. You're absolutely right. What? You've got the purest heart of anyone. I know that, so you don't need to get mad or sad or anything. What is wrong with you? How can you say that? Because it's true. Get angry! Huh? Did you not hear all the terrible things I said about you? Get angry at me! Insult me back! Hurt me as much as I hurt you! I'm not hurt, though. I'm not mad or upset about anything you said, so I have no reason to say anything mean to you. Of course she's not. No matter how much vitriol I spit, it just slides right off her. She remains unscathed. Meanwhile, I only get uglier and uglier. Morgs! What's going on? I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
What's wrong, Morgs? Oh God, what do I do? Will rubbing your back make it better? It's not helping at all. Someone, she needs help. Hey, you there, what's the ruckus? What? Jaren and Morgana, what's going on? What are you doing here? Jackie! Oh, whoops! Yaki! Morgs just suddenly started having trouble breathing, and nothing I do is making it any better. Stand back. Oh, okay. She's hyperventilating. Okay, Morgana, listen to me. I need you to calm yourself. You need to exhale. Breathe out. Don't worry. It'll all be over soon. Slowly. Breathe out slowly. That's good. I'll be right here the whole time. Don't you worry one bit. No one's going to hurt you. You're safe now. You're okay. Oh, thank goodness! It looks like she's all better! I was scared stiff. We were lucky you showed up, Yaki. What were you doing out this early, though? The gang takes shifts doing patrols. I happen to be on duty right now. I'd like to ask you the same thing. What the hell are the two of you doing out in this rat's nest? About that. You know, lots of reasons. None of them is an excuse for two young girls to be alone at night in a place like this. You're prime targets for the kind of scumbags who try to go after you.
No one came after us. No one would target someone who looks like me. I have all the proof I need of that.
Then what caused that? Morgana. Hey, I'm gonna head back, Yaki. That's a good idea. I'll accompany the two of you. No, I'll be fine on my own. The sun's out and all the scary people have gone away. Excuse me? You're going back alone?
Well, I figure Morgs needs some time to calm the rest of the way down, and there's too many people at the brothel to do it here. Or there, whatever. So if you take her somewhere nice and quiet, that'd be amazing. I'll let Maria know. Somewhere quiet, such as... See you later!
Wait! Hey, Sharon!
And she's gone. Where can I take her that's quiet, without a lot of people? Is there even... There is one place.
So, Morgana, if you, would rather go back to the brothel, let me know, okay? But anyway, by process of elimination, there's only one place I can take you that satisfies all the requirements given. I assure you that, under any other circumstances, this would not be my first choice, and I am only proposing it because there is no other suitable option. So, yeah. You can come back to my place. Now, don't get any strange ideas. I swear on my honor I have no intention of doing anything to you. Not that I would have any interest in doing any such things to a child like you. So with that in mind, would you rather go there or back to the brothel? I would like to get out of here sooner rather than later. So if you could make a decision, I'd really appreciate it. Morgana.
I don't want to go back to the brothel yet.
Alright then. Off we go, I guess.
Okay.
Do you need help getting up?
My legs have given out.
Grab my shoulders. I'll carry you. Come on now, hurry it up. I don't know who's...
I was never one to initiate physical contact with anyone. I acted as though I simply didn't like it, but in truth I was probably more scared than anything. How was I even supposed to offer these scar-ridden hands to anyone? How was I even supposed to approach someone with most of the skin on my face missing? I could tell myself again and again that every scar was a sign of my sacred sacrifice, but in what I had once felt pride, now I only felt disgust. I lamented the wounds obscuring my skin, and for the first time, I sincerely wished for them all to heal, as any other girl my age might. Then I wouldn't have to feel like I was ugly. I wouldn't have to hesitate to offer my hand. I wouldn't have any reservations about him touching me.
I forgot this song plays here. Oh, I'm just gonna let this play for a second while I drink some water. Oh no. God, I'm not okay.
I'm so scared that it flickers away. Show me your face, please. Stay until my finger aches.
Yeah. Oh no. Big oh no. Big fucking oh no. This is probably my favorite song in the soundtrack. Definitely for Requiem. Maybe the whole thing. The sun's coming up. Look at that. Pretty impressive, huh? The sun's light even reaches this deep, dark corner of the world. I mean, of course it does, but I don't know. For some reason, it just seems particularly bright today. Hey, Morgana.
Can I ask how you ended up here? What happened? Did you get into a fight with Jaren?
Something like that.
Well, there's something you don't see every day. But I guess whenever you have more than one person in the same place, problems are gonna arise eventually. Jaren can be a bit, well, excessively frank, so I'm sure she didn't mean to hurt you, whatever she said.
No, it wasn't her. I lashed out at her, unprovoked.
Now that I have difficulty imagining. You always seem to be in control of your emotions. Actually, no. I was just reminded of this too. But as mature as you may seem, you're still only 11. There's nothing unusual about that. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Stop thinking of me like I'm a normal girl.
You are, no matter what you say. At least you are to me. You're allowed to yell at someone if you're upset with them. You're allowed to get into a fight if you're having a bad day. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel whatever you feel. You don't have to hold it in.
Those are all things mere people do.
And like I just said, you are a regular person. You're no different from me or Maria or Jaren or anyone else.
Any other day, I would argue the point further. Calling me normal is akin to denying me my very identity. But right now, the word feels so welcoming. To the point I would feel bad fighting him over it. I wonder, what's so different about today?
This fucking song. Hey, I'm sorry.
What? You have nothing to apologize for.
Not today, but the festival. I feel like I was trying to force you to have a good time. In fact, whenever you acted like you weren't, it got on my nerves. It frustrated me how I was trying so hard and you seemed to be trampling my efforts. I've been doing that for a long time now. I frequently get upset at your harsh words when I'm applying ointment. But I'm realizing, what seems charitable and generous from my point of view isn't necessarily the same from yours. So I'm sorry for constantly being so presumptuous. I won't try to coerce you into going to the festival next year.
You're not yourself today.
Excuse me? In what way?
You're unusually open. I never thought you would come to that realization, let alone apologize for any of it.
It certainly wasn't in my initial plans for the day. But for whatever reason, having you so close seems to have that effect on me. And for you too, if I may be so presumptuous.
So it does.
Well, we're on the same page about one thing. That said, I don't intend to back down on the ointment. I'm doing it because I want to. So just tell yourself you're generously allowing me to have my way, if you would. Are you okay with that?
You already said you weren't going to back down, so why are you even asking? Do as you please.
That I will.
But I won't stop complaining either.
I'll have to practice not letting it get under my skin as much then. Yeah?
To this day,
Yeah? What's up?
to this day, I've never forgotten what my life was like 2 years ago. I have dreams. I have nightmares about it. My episode back there was caused by one of those flashbacks.
Oh, damn. That'd do it.
I can't escape from the nightmares. They're always there, always right behind me. Sometimes I can feel the pain like I'm there again. Sometimes it's even worse than the real thing. I fear sleep. Will I ever be free from the Lord's terror?
You will. You never have to see him again. And you can beat those dreams. It'll take time, but you can do it. He won't be able to terrorize you forever.
Can I really beat them?
Absolutely. If he shows up in your dreams, just close your eyes. Do anything you can to erase him from your mind. Banish all your memories of him. Do that enough times, and before you know it, you'll actually start forgetting about him, until eventually every trace of him will be gone. This is not always the healthiest thing, but considering they live in the Middle Ages where therapy was not a thing, him suggesting that she dissociate away from it is really not the worst thing. Nothing that terrible will ever happen again. Fuck. You have my word. You can believe me. Everything will be okay. The Lord's not long for this world anyway, given how much hatred he's garnered from his people. And in any event, should it come to it, I'll take his head off myself.
Don't do anything to put your life at risk.
Huh?
If you end up dying, I'll have nightmares of a different variety.
Fair enough. You know, you're not acting much like yourself today either. That caught me off guard. Not in a bad way, though.
I take it back. Burn in hell.
Thanks.
I was wondering,
Hmm?
will there be another festival next year?
You mean Midsummer? It's an annual celebration, so yeah, there'll be another festival. Though with the way things are going, I expect it'll keep getting smaller and smaller in scale. Why do you ask? Morgana?
I would not be opposed to going again next time.
Don't think you have to if you don't want to.
I don't.
Well, alright. Would it be presumptuous for me to assume you enjoyed yourself then?
I can't say I especially did, no.
I don't get it. Why are you saying you'll go next year if you had a bad time this year?
Because I get the feeling that might change with time.
Really?
Yes.
Alright. Then I'll remind you when the time comes. Next year, the year after, and every year after that.
You do that.
So hey, are you still planning to head out on your own when you get older?
I am, yes.
So nothing's changed there, huh?
All I do there is take up space.
That's not your reason for wanting to leave, is it? You know that's not true. You keep the place clean and cook for the girls and do plenty else to help out. If anything, I'd say you only take up space far less than other kids your age.
When I was younger, I did so much more to help so many others. I may as well be lazing around and doing nothing compared to what I was once able to accomplish.
You know, I've avoided asking this question for a while, but what was your life like before you ended up here? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
I am the daughter of...
Hmm? Morgana?
Why can I not bring myself to say I am the daughter of God? That I am a saint. That I am not like the rest of you. That my blood has miraculous powers. It's all the truth. So why? Why do I so fear acknowledging that I am not one of them? I am the daughter of the church, and I helped spread the word of God.
I assumed it was something like that. Did you grow up in a church then?
Something of the sort.
Huh. Well, the past is the past. What you did then, what you could do then, isn't necessarily what you have to do now. As far as I'm concerned, you're more than pulling your weight. If you don't want to stay at the brothel, that's one thing, but don't feel like you're not contributing enough.
Tell me.
What?
Tell me about when you were younger.
Why?
Or don't. You don't have to.
I never said I wouldn't. I'm just surprised to see you showing any interest in me. Today's just full of surprises. I think I mentioned how I don't remember much about my childhood. I have vague memories of how the language sounded, as well as wheat fields stretching as far as the eye can see. I loved just sitting there and watching it as it swayed back and forth in the wind, like waves in an ocean of gold. I assume my parents were there with me, though I can't say for sure. I just remember they were pleasant days. I don't remember where I was born, or what it was called, only that it was somewhere far from here.
How did you end up in the city? Do you really not remember?
I assume I was sold off. Found an opportunity and managed to escape, running and running and running for who knows how many days, till finally a city came into view. And into the slums I went. I only have scattered fragments of memories from that time. I assume it was so unpleasant my mind shut it all out.
I thought family were supposed to be those who wouldn't throw you out onto the streets.
Huh?
That's what Maria said.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she? Not every family's the same. Some will, some won't. My guess is that they were financially unable to keep me. But you know, nothing says you have to be blood related to be family. Maybe the first one throws you out. Doesn't mean you can't go and find yourself a new one.
What happens next?
What?
In your story, what happens next?
Oh, you want me to keep going? I was kind of hoping you'd gotten bored. But alright. Living in the slums, surviving day to day was my first priority. I was too young to get any real work, so I became a thief.
Heathen.
Shall I burn in hell? I bet I'm completely irredeemable in your eyes. I've stolen, lied, and deceived, and even killed people.
What?
I killed several guards in the slave revolt. Found family. Ugh, you don't even know. And that wasn't the first time either. Even as a child, my hands were not free of blood.
You are a sinner. A vile, wretched, miserable sinner.
That I am.
Burn in hell.
I'm sure I will once I'm dead. Oh God, if only you did.
When you were younger, why did you kill?
Maria's told you about what the brothel used to be like, right? Real run down and smaller than it is now.
She has, yes.
This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood now, and back then it was even worse. Our gang hadn't formed up yet, so naturally we weren't doing peacekeeping work either. One day, back when Maria was 12 and I was 14, a thief broke into the brothel. He attempted to rape her. As I watched the man knock her down, climb on top of her, my blood boiled. All I could think about was getting him off of her. So I killed him. It was the first time I had ever taken someone's life. I was shaking from head to toe for I don't even know how long.
I could never imagine that happening to Maria.
She's a tough woman, absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was calmer than me. But she was still only 12 at the time. Right about your age, in fact. Strong as she may have been, she couldn't possibly have overpowered a full-grown man. The only reason I didn't end up dead is because I attacked him from behind, while he was distracted. I understand good and well that murder is wrong. But sometimes, it's you or them, and well, if you don't have the strength to kick back, the world will trample all over you till there's nothing left. I don't want to spend my life in constant servility, having everything taken away from me, always on the losing side. I'm tired of being on the bottom. I want to climb higher. High enough to look out upon the whole wide world.
I see. And is that the same world you say you want to go out into?
It is.
And the world you keep saying you want to show me?
It absolutely is.
I see. That's not the world I want to see, though. But I have no right to trample on his dreams. Well, I hope you make it someday.
As do I. Alright, we're almost there. See that building up ahead? I live on the 2nd floor. Not the most comfortable place in the world, but it's a place to sleep and a roof over my head. Should suffice till you're feeling a little bit better. And don't worry, I'll sleep on the floor. You can have the bed. So yeah, take as much time as you... I know, every time he says the I'll show you the world thing, every time they bring it up, I'm like, let me go take some fucking Xanax. Jesus Christ. Morgana. She's asleep. Oh, for the love of God. So goddamn much for that. Oh well. Once I've got her tucked in, I should get some sleep myself. You know, kind of feel like I finally closed some of the gap between us. I can only hope you feel the same. Sleep well, Morgana. And may you be free from your nightmares. Forever. Oh. Okay. Alright. I just gotta sit here for a second. Man, Jacopo's such a good character. He's such a good boy. Honorable mention to Requiem Jacopo. I hope Jacopo gets stuck in the lube and starves to death. Okay, that's where we're gonna stop for this week. Because that's all I can handle emotionally. Because I know what's coming next, and it's gonna make me real emo, and I can't. I already need to go cry. Next week, hopefully I can stream. Depends on work. Work is real crazy right now. Work is literally like, hey, we heard you're leaving, so like, we're gonna squeeze every last bit out of you. And I'm like, hey, hey bestie, no. So I'm gonna try to get out of this meeting I have next week, but I may not be able to stream next Monday. If not, the next Monday. I think the next Monday, whatever stream we have next, we will be finishing part 1 of Requiem. It will be a lot. It will be a lot emotionally. I'll talk about the trigger warnings at the beginning of the stream and warn them beforehand and do my best on that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, dude, this part makes me fucked up. It makes me so fucked up. Like, as someone who relates very heavily to Morgana, I wish I had had a Jacopo growing up. I wish I had had a Maria growing up. Like, I don't know. Anyway, Friday, Grandia 2. My Friday streams shouldn't be getting interrupted, which is good. Grandia 2, Grandia 2 is such a good time. We're only one stream in, so like if you want to jump into that, highly recommend it. I'm playing my 2 favorite games at the same time. Blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hope hope you enjoyed. Thanks for stopping in. Nem, I hope you go back and watch the rest from the beginning so it'll all make a little bit more sense. But otherwise, yeah, I'll see you when I see you. And just have a good week. Stay safe out there, folks. It's a crazy world we live in. Be safe. Love you. Thank you.